Hello, 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 hello. So I have a piece of the setup today. Which this actually came early, so I'm wondering if the other package might also come slightly early. Because like, this wasn't planned to be here till tomorrow, like today. But it's here now. That's the wrong package. How did I scroll past two packages? Because it didn't do the same thing that it did before. Yeah, this still says it's not here yet. Track package. Delivered. Okay, it says delivered. Let's go to this one. Track package. Arriving tomorrow. So this one still says it's not going to be here till tomorrow. But after this one came a day early, I wouldn't be surprised if the other one comes a day early. When I ordered everything, it said it was all going to ship together and arrive on the same day. But then it's like, oh, nope, haha. My foot hurts so bad. So I pulled this out of the box. My silly little brain about the fact there might be more than one piece in it, and it just dropped right on my toe. Two giant pieces of metal just right on my toe. Right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this right now with how everything is, but we can try. Screw that. Alright. No. It's... Oh. All going to depend on if I can get this high enough to see the whole table with the amount of wire it has to work with. If this works, I can actually use my good microphone today instead of having to swap microphones constantly. I still need to move a couple things around though to make this work. I'm gonna try putting the light in a different spot today, just out of curiosity. I just realized we're on the wrong scene as well. Oh, I can't do anything because my... Yes. I even tabbed. Alt tab. S. Control S. F. It's not letting me do any keyboard shortcuts. Alright. It'll be nice when I don't have to do that again. So, let me move. I like how the light works. Final girl. When the shirt was more. I don't like. But you want it out. I need to get this stuff for Final Girl down, actually. I could. I could technically use the bigger table if this camera worked. How high is it usually? Or how high can it go usually? How high is it? Oh, there we go. Shows up in the camera. It's not. Hello, hello. Okay. Let me get the camera on. Ignore the fact that I'm like dead still. Activate. Okay. Actually. It's seeing a lot of the table, actually. That's crazy. Okay. Let me put this somehow. One second. Okay, that should be a decent positioning for the microphone. The camera, too much of this side. Hi, the camera is attached to the table, so of course when you move the table, it's gonna move the camera. I don't. What was that? Hopefully that's good enough. Change. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's pretty good. Um. Camera at a different angle, light where it was, probably wouldn't be as bad now. Fix that. Or maybe I need like a lower angle. I don't know. Still showing a bit more of that side than I would like, but that's okay. There is still some like fire that I could move it if I really. You know? So bad right. Probably gonna hurt. How long it took me to shut up camera alone. That's the wrong. I'm going PNG because of how long it's up this camera. And I end up starting late era anyways. So, oh, welcome to a slightly better camera angle. I need to check on my children. Too far zoomed out. It's really blurry for some reason when I moved. Well, this new camera rig is one step in the right direction for not having to unplug as many things. So the other things that are coming in for this setup, I have a whole new camera, which should make things look a lot cleaner. Like it should be a lot more high quality of a camera. So it won't be as painful to look at. I have a second piece to this specific mount. Hopefully it works. They're compatible. The pictures for them seemed to show that they were. So if they're not, I'm gonna be upset. So a second piece, which will allow me to just position the camera above the table instead of like the slight angle view we have right now. candy for however many has left. Guys got eggs. Hi, Yulpar. How is Yulpar? Sleepy, that's fair. I dropped a metal piece on my toe today. Aw, thanks. One, two. Happiness. Play quick mini game. Serious right now? One. Okay. I'm just quickly dealing with Thomas, and then we can get started. Time to do. I was shoveling snow. Yippee. Good to go. You know what? Get snacks. I'm not playing your little mini game. So one of the metal it was one of the it was definitely the heavier one. So this is a piece for the mount. So I can use put a phone into it instead of camera. But the piece that fell on my toe is the one holding the camera, and that is all metal, baby. This, however, is plastic, and I wouldn't have minded falling on my toe. Nope, the big old metal piece fell on my toe. I'm not gonna thing with the Unitama, because if I can get some care mistake. Workers' comp, yeah. Wait, I dropped setting up for my workers. So, alright. Let me move me. Perfect. Alright, so today we are playing Terror from Above Vignette. So it's going to be a little different of a setup than usual. We'll probably actually have a little more table space than usual too. How far? This way. What? I thought it saw too much of this side of the table. Now it's not enough of this side of the table. Whatever. Whatever. Oops. Our die of desperation. And for this game, I'm actually going to bust out the feature film rulebook. Because it has the rules for the vignette in here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the rules for the vignette are in this book. And I'm not pulling out like 5 cards and trying to like flip through individual card stock to figure out what's. Let me. Exposure. Pale hand. Actually, white balance is okay. Let's go. Alright. Bonus features. Just put away. And core box. Here's our rule book and our board. Take this tray off first before the table. Alright. So today we're not gonna have an envelope to open. So that is super duper. I don't need a killer token. I need the Bloodlust timer. I need the tracker. I actually don't need a killer today. Wild. I need my dice tray though. And these are needed. And I'm gonna use the final girl that came with the vignette. Just like what I've been doing with the feature films as we've been playing through them. That way, you kind of are getting a group with like the actual proper final girl. I'm also kidding because I haven't played. In a grouped experience in that sense. Yeah. You know what to expect if you decide to buy this. I think this is more like Birdemic from what I know. I'm gonna leave that in there. Feature film rulebook. If I remember correctly, this one's pretty straightforward for artwork, so. No. Dropping. Boop. Here's our location. Yeah, you can kind of see that the camera's angled this way because like the board kind of does one of these things. Looks bigger up here than it is down here. It's rectangle, I promise. It's perspective. So this is going to be a new experience for me as well. So this will be a vignette. So the vignettes are a little different from all of our other things we've been playing. So this is the vignette. Instead of who was the character? I'll recognize them because I remember their card being like, I don't remember. Melanie? I think it's Melanie. Yep, it's Melanie. I can figure out if it's which one it is based off of the Final Girl envelopes. Because she doesn't have a Final Girl envelope. So this is a vignette. This functions a little different from the feature films, where you do have to also have a feature film on top of having this vignette. Because you need at least one location to play at. So it comes in this little box of cards. Little card box. And it is literally pretty much just exactly that. It's a box of cards. Actually have a pamphlet in their envelope. And pop up in yeah, the other ones are the other ones are like a little pamphlet that fold out. So it's a lot nicer than this one. This one's kind of gross. This is our bloodlust tracker. And then we have our rules for how the birds function. And then we have our finale and dark power cards as well. We have an ad break coming up in about a minute. So I will get through a good chunk of this quickly. And then we have tarot cards as everything. And they also give you this batch of crow tokens or bird tokens. But we're not using these. Thankfully, I have the minis. I purchased the miniatures, so we're going to be using these instead for our bird. So it'll be a little nicer. Bird up! Yeah, I'm not punching out every single one of these, because I don't know where I'm going to store them afterwards. Alright. Ads coming in, just a heads up, in the next 5 seconds. And I'm just going to be preparing the game. For those of you who don't have ads, hi. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Like ads have started yet, actually, but I'm gonna kind of set this up the same way as game is usually set. This kind of stuff. Card for setup. Yeah, this is gonna function a little different. How does... Oh, they're all minions, so they all have 1 health. 1 health, 1 attack. I'll read the rules. Trying to get ahead of the game. It's gonna be a really weird one. Roll 2 dice. The die values will be how many birds are placed. One of the die values, sorry, will be how many birds are placed. The other will be where they are placed based on the below chart. A boot or a claw. Oh, so they don't move around, they just produce. They just duplicate. One. Right, I need the special setup for location. Be sure that I'm doing it right. Maple Lane, here we are. 4 item decks. Instead of 4, do 3. 4 item decks of 3 cards. Include both convince action cards in the action tableau. Oh, right, there's action cards. Where are my convince cards? Did I forget to put them back? And they're still in here? Rest, focus, focus, walk, walk. Improvise, improvise, distract, distract, planning, planning, period. Oh, did they get put with, I think I put them with the wrong half. I think I put them with, I think I put them with Dr. Fright instead of putting them back in the Maple Lane. Ow! Myself. Hey, Dr. Fright. So rude. You have my action cards that are supposed to be with the location? You do indeed. There they are. That would have been a short game if I didn't have those. That way. Right, these are 1 cost cards, so I'm going to put these here. That's it, okay. 1, 2, 3. Lucky dice in the northwest. A rifle in the southwest. 1, 2, 3. Pitchfork in northeast. 1, 2, 3. And a machete in the southeast. I would like that machete first. A machete will be super helpful. Just really obvious documentary about pigeons. I love it. Oh, I want that yet, actually. Alright, so we take Maple Lane, and we take Terror from Above. Ew, where's the camera? Hello? Maple Lane and Terror from Above. Terror cards. I know the camera's on. The autofocus is a pain on this camera, so I just turned it off for these streams. Hopefully the new camera like extra good. One, two, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one last cut. And all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're gonna go over there. I haven't been looking at special setups for Air from Above. Alright, I know I've already did the special setup for Maple Lane. Air from Above, special... There's no special setup, just special rule. I'm gonna guess the special setup is part of the rule. Air from Above requires the Final Girl core box and a location from a feature film box. Follow the normal setup rules with these exceptions outlined in these rules. There's no killer board. Instead, place the Bloodlust card and Bird Spawn card next to the location board. Place the Bloodlust marker on the start space on the Bloodlust card. Horror level starts at 4. Okay, it's marked there. Place a bird token with 3 birds side up on the killer space indicated by the location setup card. Oh, wait. Those tokens are double-sided? Oh! I didn't notice that. So this side has like 3 birds, and then this side of the token has 1 bird. I didn't know. Well, we have 3 birds and 1 bird tokens, so grab a 3-bird token. Place 1 bird token on each empty space that has no victims or the final girl. What? That's an insane start. How to win. Your win conditions are different for this expansion since there's no quote-unquote killer. To win, you must save all of the special victims using normal victim save rules. 2 special victims or 3 special victims for hard difficulty. Note, the level of difficulty will also be affected by the final girl you choose based on how difficult their ultimate ability is to unlock. Special victims. Special victims will only come out of hiding if and when one of the following conditions occurs. You unlock your ultimate ability, or there are no more normal victims on the board. When one of the conditions has been met, place a special victim meeple in the farthest search space from you. Oh no, with no more than 1 in a single space. Special victims can never be attacked or killed, but for all other purposes are treated like normal victims. How you lose. You lose immediately if there are 3 birds on every space of the board, or the final girl dies. The birds. The birds are represented by tokens. They are considered minions. Birds will never move on their own and can only be moved by a special game effect, such as an effect from an item. So each bird has 0 movement, 1 attack, and 1 health. 1 attack per bird. So if there's 3 birds in our location, it's 3 attacks. Or it's 3 damage. When resolving either a walk icon or the bird icon, roll 2 dice for spawning birds. Okay. When resolving an attack action, an attack will take place in the space with the final girl. As long as there is at least 1 bird and in every space with 3 birds, unless otherwise noted. Birds attack one target in their space, dealing damage equal to the number of birds in the space. Birds always prioritize normal victims over the final girl if both are in the same space. Birds in a space can be attacked, and you can remove 1 bird per damage dealt. Excess damage is lost. Okay, gotcha. So if there's 3 birds and I attack, and I do 4 damage, I eliminate the 3 birds and the 4th damage just doesn't count. That's not too bad. However, the starting setup is a nightmare. So, let's start with regular setup. Revenge. So we start here. The 3 birds start here. We have 2 here. 1 here. 2 here. 1. 1. 1. Right at 1. Are there any other groups of 2 that I missed? No, it's just the 2. 1 here. 1 here. 1 here. I think that's it. 1, 1, 1. There's 1. Special meeples and put them to the side because they are needed for the game. Okay. Dice tray. Garçon, my dice tray. 2 dice. Walk card. Short rest, focus, and weak attack. There we go. Dice tray. Cool. So. Oops. Oopsie doodles. Alright, so. I believe that's set up. Actually, white balance is kind of off. The yellow meeple. And I need to do health. I need a final health token, and I need 4 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need an event card. Start. Officer Cop. Officer Cop starts at any exit that I choose, and will move 1 space every upkeep phase. And any victims in the same space as the cop car will move with him, and are considered safe if they make it to the exit across along with the cop car. Well, it's really 50-50 here, huh? I'm gonna choose this one, and he's gonna go down. Almost just threw that. Location expansions down. Alright. One last thing we need to do. For every space that there is not any victim or the final girl, at this exit, house, that's a lot of birds. Bird. So a really fun thing is the vignettes also have a scenarios write up for them. So we will actually have an entire 5-game session with the birds. Be cool. It's a little hard to see, but big token, little tokens. Alright. So all that's left to do is good old top audio. Basically anything outsidey gonna do the I'll do the trick. This one. Basically speed running whatever ones I used last time, plus some extra. Yeah, this one's gonna be bit. Oh wait, I start in southwest. Alright, southeast. I can get the rifle though. Okay. Have our vibe set in. We have our vibe. We're set in. My bagel has been consumed. You know what that means? That means it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to officially welcome you to Final Girl Terror from Above. Side note, I am noticing this. Definitely working the way I wanted it to. Position, put it. But it's fine. Oh, wait. But wait. But wait, she's got... Ow, my eyes. Figured it out. Chat. Alright. Alright. Hello. Hello. Hi, chat. Hi. Alright, so... I don't want to go anywheres, because searching this location would be helpful. Because having a rifle in hand would be helpful. Although, if I get ultimate immediately, like super quick, it will bring out the special victims faster. I think our first order of business would be trying to lower the horror level, as always, so we can get 3 dice instead of 4, or 2. 3 dice instead of 2. And I think I don't want to stick in this building. And I want to try and get as many victims out as soon as possible. So the crows are treated like minions. Which means, one of the rules for Final Girl is if you have a victim following you, they will not follow you into the space that the killer resides. However, they will follow you into the space that minions reside in. Which is why it's very specific that they mentioned that birds function as minions. That means I can walk around freely. I don't have to worry about where the birds are. I can just lead victims wherever I need. However, that does not change the fact that things are still rather scary. So many birds. There's so many. There's so many. I just took all the bird minis out of the tray. They're just sitting on the table now. Like right behind me. Let me... Look at all these. There's so many of them. Okay. So let's start with focus. So dice roll, single star, double star, or single success, double success situation. Okay. There we go. A partial success. I will appease the partial success. There are 2 cards, and that. And I will do a second focus. That is a single success. I will take that. I will now do a walk. Yeah, okay. I will do a single success, because that's all I can do. And I will do one more walk. That's a single success. So what I will do is I will... do I want to go? Yeah, I'll do this. No, I'm gonna go back inside the building. And we'll go to planning phase. Take the search card for 2. All we can do. Those are in right order. Put those in there. Timer's reset. So we go to killer phase. So, any of the birds, if they have anyone in their location, they attack. None of the birds have someone in their location, so that's fine. And then we spawn birds. So, we roll 2 dice. The first dice will be how many birds are placed. 3, okay. Where will they be placed? 2. 2 is any single space. Sorry? Any single space. Nearest distributed in any spaces. Okay, so all 3 birds go to one single location. Well, there's only one location they can go to that wouldn't conflict. That's right here. So what is the... Oh, the fail... So the fail is if there is a group of 3 birds on every single location. I don't know if there's enough of those tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 8, 11, 12. I guess I could put like groups of 3 as well. Anyways, if there's 3 birds in every location, then we're kaput. We're done, so over. Alright, that's the killer phase. Terror card is next. Birds are attacking. Attack in your space and all spaces where birds outnumber victims. There's no locations. If no attacks occurred, spawn more birds and increase the bloodlust tracker. Cool. So we'll start with birds. The amount, 3. Again. The location, 4. The nearest exit. If we have a spillover, they go to the closest adjacent location, I think. I don't know if it like says empty or anything. If birds needed to be placed in a space that already has 3, place them in an adjacent space of your choice instead. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. And Bloodlust Tracker, which means a new event card. The Smallies! Place 2 victims in the Smallies house. Hey, we're already there. Each time one of the Smallies is killed, +1 to... Look. What? Hold up. What's the win condition again? The win conditions are different. To win, you must save all of the special victims using normal victim save rules. Two victims for regular or 3 victims for hard difficulty. Special victims will only come out hiding. And one of the conditions has been met. Place special victim meeples in the furthest. So do the event not count? I think the event meeples are completely separate from the special victims that they're referring to. Okay, so based on the rules, because the special victims will only come out of hiding if and when one of the following conditions occur. You unlock the ultimate ability, or there are no more normal victims on the board. There's nowhere that states anything about whether or not one of the event cards are pulled that has a special, like one of the special victim event cards. None of that is mentioned there. So I'm going to be a pain to myself. Special victim. It is showing. So the card for special victims does show exactly those 3 victims. Oh, event cards that require 1 or more special victims meeples to be used should be ignored. When this occurs, discard and redraw. Okay. There we go. It's like at the very back. I bet you if I go back in the book. Right here. This rule. Yeah, it was literally in the fine print of the rules for this game. 4, 5, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ow. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Alright. Ignored, discard, draw a next. What's going on over there? Place 1 new victim on each exit space. Alright. I'm actually going to switch the police car this situation. Just because it's about to get a little crowded. Visible? That's visible. Alright, we're good. Alright, so. No one died this turn, so we're good. This can be discarded. And then we go to panic phase, which we don't need because no one died. And then it's upkeep phase. And for upkeep phase, the police car moves 1 space. He's gonna go here now. Alright. So, I kind of predetermined my turn. And we are going to search. We are not going to search. Alright, let's do this. That down, this up, and I will take the rifle. And then we will go to planning phase. We'll take... Is that too loud? Loud in mine. It's a little. Up there. Take all of the 0 cost back. I have 4. 2 for sprint, and 2 for both of the close calls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Alright. This can go back there. And the unfortunate killer phase. Oh, this is actually gonna really suck. This is gonna hurt so bad. Okay. Killer phase. Oh, hang on. Actually, there might be rules for this. Oh, there is rules to this. Wait a second, there's rules to this. Bird attacks. When resolving this icon, which is the attack, an attack will take place in the space with the final girl, as long as there is at least 1 bird. In every space with 3 birds, and in every space with 3 birds. Birds attack 1 target. Birds always prioritize the victim. The only time a location with 1 or 2 birds attacks is if I'm in the location. Other than that, it's only locations with 3 birds. Thank goodness, that makes things a lot less worse. It's just this guy. That was about to be the difference of 1 to 3 victims. Alright, and we have to do spawn. So first off, how many? 3 where? 4. The nearest exit. Well, that's where we're at. So here. And a tarot card. The birds are attacking. Attack in your space in all spaces where birds outnumber victims. That is 1 location. And that's the end of the turn. However, the dark power is now active. Dark power! Birdnado! During upkeep, if there are 10 or more total birds in your space and adjacent spaces, you lose 3 health. What? 10 or more in your space and adjacent. Okay. So we're at 3. So being in the middle of the map will be a nightmare. Oh no, it has to, oh no. Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. I just realized something that's going to be a problem, but we can do something about it. Okay, so what's the plan? Upkeep phase, first of all. Police car moves over here. The birds are now a group of 3, and there are victims in the space, so the next time they attack, they will attack the 2 victims. So I need to act. Rival cannot modify an action and must be used without one. Spend time to make a horror roll. Success, deal 2 damage to 1 enemy on a street space within range. That is within range. Alright. I'm going to... Oh, this one has bird. Oh. Alright. One use. I'm attacking that group of 3. I just need 1 success. Let's go. Ooh, deal 2 damage. So this goes down to a single bird. That was clutch. Okay. Then I'm going to sprint. Close call. Close call. Fine. I won't move more than 2 spaces. Alright. So, using the partial success, I will move 2 spaces. 1, 2, onto where the police officer is. And then I will walk. I guess I have to take the single success, actually. And I will take my singular victim with me. And then I will walk again, because I do have a second walk. Partial success, that's why I didn't use focuses yet. Alright, and that's us at exit, and we have 3 victims saved. So I would heal 2 health if I was missing health, but the horror tracker does go down by 1. I will go to planning phase. Going to take... Would taking damage be that big of an issue? Ooh, that's in range. Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna take a guard. And that's it. Birds are no joke. Alright. So they're going to attack. Any group of 3 with a victim will attack the victim, and any bird in my location will attack me. Which there's 1, so I will guard against it. Single success, which means I'm good. Terror card. The birds are attacking. Attacking your space in all spaces where birds outnumber victims. There are no spaces where birds outnumber victims, thankfully. However, I do get hit by that 1 bird. Anyways, so I guess I shaved off 1 damage. Fingers, you got flagged. Already doing the math on how many fingers you need to leave this event with. Yeah. And that is Final Girl in a nutshell. Alright. That is the end of Killer Phase. Oh, did I need to do a panic phase last turn? No. We're fine. No panic phase, because there's... No one died this turn. But we do upkeep, and this police officer moves yet another location. This police officer is about to be the most clutch police officer in the world. We didn't spawn birds, so let me do that real quick. 3 birds. 6. In my location. birds. 1, 2. Alright, that's interesting. I'm gonna use the last... Oh. Upkeep phase, blah blah blah, action phase. I'm gonna use the last charge of this rifle to take out the birds in... Oh, I can't take out the ones in my location. Because the minimum movement is 1. Or the minimum range is 1. Not 0. The weapons that you can attack with melee range are 0. So I'm going to attack this group of 3 still. As long as I get 1 success, we're good. Perfect. Alright. That gets brought down to a group of 1. A group of 1? Actually, at the end of next turn is going to be really clutch. Alright. Goes down by 1, and we're going to go to planning phase. Take all the 0 costs, as always. Move this tray, because we're about to get crazy. Alright, so I have 5. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Alright. So, the end of that phase. We're gonna go to the killer phase, which, the only ones attacking are the ones on my space. So I will use my guard card. I'll take the partial. Take the partial success. And save my close call. So I ignore all damage. For double success. I need to spawn birds. How many? 1. Oh, thank goodness. Where? On my location. Which gets bounced to... Tama's real. One of them poop. Quick Tama pause. Tama pause. Tama pause. Tama pause. Tama pause. That one's fine. I think they're all fine. My motherly instincts kicked in and I got worried. I was worried for my children. 3 of them poop. That's the only. That's the big news. All right. Tarot card. Minor dark power. Victims may not be saved at an exit if there are any bird tokens on the space. Each time a bird is killed, place a bird token on this card. When this card has 5 or more bird tokens on it, remove this card from the game. Are you serious right now? Are you kidding me? I was about to, like... Things are about to get so much better. That absolutely delayed everything. Exactly. I need to take out 5 birds in order to... That's really dumb. It's dumb. By any means necessary, huh? This doesn't need to be there. Okay, panic phase, no need. Upkeep phase, this is where things get stupid. Cop moves down here. Victims may not be saved at an exit. Unfortunately, it was considered if the cop reaches the exit with any victims, those victims are considered saved. Remove the cop and discard this card when it reaches the exit. So, on the plus side, with the card that's stated, like the birds attack, it's if they outnumber. There are 4 victims there, so the birds will never outnumber. However, their base attack will still attack that group of victims. I need to somehow get rid of 5 birds before 3 show up at this location. Okay. This is gonna suck, but this is how it's gonna go. Wait. Okay. How do I want to go about this? Alright, I have an idea. This is gonna sound absolutely crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is gonna sound absolutely crazy. We are skipping action. We're skipping the action phase. We're gonna go straight to planning phase. I'm going to buy a convince card for 1 point. I'm going to buy retaliate for 4. And then I'm gonna go close call for 1. Reset. Okay. This should work. This should work. Killer phase. They will attack me only for this turn. I am going to use the retaliate reaction card. Close call. Close call, please. Thank you. Alright, these are gone. These should actually be back in this pile. Back real quick. Alright. So 1 partial success. I will get rid of these 2. I ignore all damage and deal 2 damage. Whamp. Whamp. Not so tough now, are ya, you little bird? Bird. Okay. It's still so stressful. Terror card. No, I have to spawn birds first. How many? 1. Where? 3. At the nearest item base. If it's a tie, do whatever is least convenient for you. Waiting for the DLC or Untitled Game becomes the big pad of the birds. That'd be so cool. Alright. Terror card. They're trying to get in. Increase the horror tracker. Instead of spawning birds as normal, roll 1 die and place that many birds in the nearest location. How many birds? Just 2. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. 1 bird is gonna go here. This is now a group of 3, and 1 bird. That's how we're gonna do this. I only have half of what's needed for this plan to work. Realize that. Gonna suck. Alright. Panic phase. There's no need. Upkeep phase. There's nothing we need to do for upkeep anymore. Action phase. This is actually now completely down to chance. I'm going to do convince to get into the southeast building from me. I'm just gonna take the single success. So a gimmick for this board is the convince cards for the location. If there is a victim in one of these orange locations, I have to roll a convince action to see if I can get in. I have to convince them to let me in. Alright, so because we got that so easily, I'm going to do focus twice. Do focus once. Okay. 2 ops. Search. Guard. Hints. It's got stressful so fast. It got so bad so quickly. Alright. Birds attack. The birds prioritize victims over me if the opportunity arises. So, unfortunately, I really wanted to get an attack card, but I don't know. Alright, spawn birds. How many? Just 1. Thank goodness. Where at? 4. Nearest exit. That's not that bad. That is manageable. Terror card. It feels hopeless. Raise the horror tracker by 2. Fun! If there's at least one special victim in play, which there's none. So I can discard this. At least one. Okay, gotcha. Alright. Chat, you actually, you don't know, but you actually managed to make this probably the hardest map for this entire, for this specific vignette. Having read, like, how things work, the specific map we chose is the hardest for this scenario, and it'll come to light when we get to it. All right. Panic phase. Oh, how does panic work? Do these 4 panic? All right, I'm gonna say. Let me look at the rules. Because if the killer's in the same location, but there is no killer. Attacking a minion. Panic phase. As long as at least one victim was killed during the turn, victims that are in a space with a minion will panic. And they will move. There's no option. Alright. Number 1. I'm going the house. Number 2. Number 3. Number 3. Oh gosh. And a number 6. I don't know if this is better or worse than before. This guy's hanging out with a bird, but he's okay at least. I loot all these dice because... Okay. Oh. Okay, this is easy. Upkeep phase, action phase, search. Let's go. Alright. I get a machete, baby. We got a machete. Special thing about the machete, victims will not follow you while the machete is in your hand. So if we come across a victim and we need them to follow us, we have to put the machete into our backpack. Note. Straight to planning phase from that are all of this garbage. And dead. Y'all ready to mess up some birds? It's revenge time. Oh. I didn't realize you guys were gonna go to sleep now. Alright, 2 of them are asleep. Are 3 of them asleep? Oh my gosh, my kids are asleep. Let's go. My kids went to sleep and play our game. Alright. Killer phase. Killer will attack. This won't be as grandiose as I want it to be, but it will still work. We will retaliate. Kindle? Thank you for the follow. I think it's Kindle. Feel free to correct me. Retaliate. Single success. So damage is reduced by 2. We deal single attack. We also have the machete, which we can add to that damage, so 3 damage total. But we do still take 1 point of damage because we're receiving 3. However, we did take out 3 birds, which means we can now save victims again. That's out. Thank goodness. This search card is supposed to go back. Alright. Spawning birds. I was like, what am I missing? How many? 4. Where? 5. The nearest victim's space. I believe the nearest victim would be here. Unfortunately. And we also have 1 extra bird. I'm gonna put in this. Alright. Terror card. They're trying to get in. Increase the horror tracker. It's already at max. Instead of spawning birds, place it in the nearest search location, which is where I'm standing. How many? 5. Why 5? Alright, give me these guys. One, 3. Total of 5. Alright. Panic phase? No need. Upkeep, refine, action. I'm gonna focus. Perfect. Single success. We are now back to using 2 dice. I will focus again. Single success. I will take it. I will now use weak attack. Weak attack. Success. I will take it. You take 1 damage. However, I do 1 damage because of the card, plus 2 damage with the machete. 3 birds down. And I will now short rest. I'll take it. I'll get rid of the 2 walks for double success and gain 2 health back. Alright. That's good, okay. Alright, I will go to planning phase. We have 4 points to work with. I'm going to do... And that panic phase really messed things up here. 1, 2, 3... Brent. 2. Close call and convince. This barnyard scene ain't the mood, ain't it? It's great. There's a farm in this town. Quaint little town. They'll remove it. It just doesn't. Alright. We've gotten pretty lucky on the bird spawns, I'm not gonna lie. We are going to killer phase. They attack anything? We're fine with attacks. And they will spawn. How many? 3, where? 3. First location again. Hello again. Oh wait, this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're fine. We're fine. As long as I'm in that area, we're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, if I was standing right here, you'd have a problem though. Tarot card. It is not the last tarot. Alright. Or tracker. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Double movement, which any movement is actually considered the horror tracker if the killer's in the same space as you. Increase it again. So we have to do 2 bird spawns. So how many? For the first one, 4. Where? 1. Distributed in any space. Or in any space. 1, 2. I think I skipped a thing, actually. 3. When did this become 3? I think that was last turn. Either way, it's gonna hit. No, it wasn't last turn. 3? No, it didn't. You're supposed to be dead. Start a tarot card. Technically, it would have been this tarot card. This one's more painful. I don't remember what 4 we placed. 1, 2, 3. I think it was the 4. Alright. This is more painful. Draw 2 event cards. Event number 1. Fire. Roll a die and place the fire token in the location related to it. And it's raining. Panic victims in the intersection. Then move every victim that is on a street space to its adjacent house. There's none left on the street. Oh, we're good for that one. However, we must roll a die. 1. Boyfriend's house. Any victims in this house or that panic into this house are killed. You or enemies in the house take 1 damage. The house may no longer be entered or searched. Oh, speaking of no longer being able to be searched, this guy and this guy were searched. Forgot about this detail. I keep hitting my face. That's another victim dead, so that is another tarot card gone, which means we have no more tarot cards. Which means things are about to get more fun. Where's the fire token? Here's the fire token. The police car. It's gonna be the last token to pick up. Yeah. There it is. The fire token. Draw the next tarot card. Well, it's gone now. Thanks for that. Oh, don't worry about that. Alright, this guy's gone. This guy's gone. Panic phase. 1, 2, alright. So, I will start with the 2 in this house. 3 and a 1. It means they both leave. And I will start with the one in the house below them. A 1 or sorry, a 1 or 2. A 2. That's all for panic. 1, 2, 3. Upkeep phase. There are no tarot cards left, so we have to flip over the finale. When spawning birds, you must select the higher result of numbers or numbers of the bird's place. Oh, I got to choose? I was just rolling them 1 by 1. Apparently you just roll, according to that card, you roll both dice, you pick which one's going to be your birds, and you pick which one's going to be your location. So I could have done this and looked at what the locations were and kind of judged what would have been the better option. Oh well. That's fine. Doesn't matter anymore anyways. So the higher number that's rolled of the 2 is how many birds. Okay. Action phase. Sprint. Let's go, double success. 1, 2, right to the intersection. Put my discards up here now. That's it. Planning phase. Both walk cards. I'm gonna take both focus cards. I only had 1 dice, so I only get a single success, which means I should be here instead. I just realized that now. Okay, that's okay. Both dice were a success, so I'll take the weak attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine. Perfect. 10. Fraction for 3. That works out splendidly. Killer phase. Step 1, spawn birds. 3 birds at any single location. Birds attack. I take 2 damage. Because Bloodlust goes up by 2. Finale is revealed. Every single Bloodlust tracker that goes above, I lose health for. And now, I will be attacked. Which I will guard. I can't afford to get damaged here. Partial. I'll have to take it. Well, I don't have to take it, but I'm going to. Panic phase? 1. 1 panic. Where are you going? 3. Rear. Wow. Fuck you! Bring you back on this board now. Here we go. Oh boy! Be back up here. Alright, so action phase. I'm gonna start with a focus. Partial. A new close call. It'll take the partial success. There's 2 focus cards. You get another dice back. I'm now going to do distraction. Close call. Come on, are you kidding me? I'll do it. Alright, planning phase. Short rest. Worst points to spend. Distraction for 3. Convince for 1, I guess. That's all I get. You kick me in the butt. I feel like I'm missing cards. Where are my walk cards? Right here. We're good, 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 we're good. It did not affect the game at all, just realization. Distraction. Oh, wait. Change of plans, change of plans, change of plans, change of plans. I just looked at the board. A change of plans. Such a change of plans. Guard and sprint. Those were still available. Oh my word, massive change of plans. I have like 2 health left, and there's a bird sitting right on my location. Oh my word. I'm so glad I paid attention to that. Killer phase. Birds first. Spawn. 5 birds at 3. The nearest cure location. 1, 2. Three, 4. Birds will attack. I will use guard. Just a single success. That's all I need. Thank goodness. No damage. Spawn more birds. 6 birds. At the nearest. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Two, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. We might be dead here in a second. No sprint. This guy also dies. I just realized that. This might be the end. I'm checking if there's anything else that I missed. That would change things drastically here in a second. No, okay. Panic phase. 2 of them panic. 6 and a 5. Stay in the building. Upkeep phase. During upkeep phase, if there are 10 or more total birds in your space and adjacent spaces, you lose 3 health. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If I can. 3 damage. I have no way to protect against this damage. Just 3 damage. Dang it. Really? I was so focused on getting to a location so that I can get victims out, and I totally forgot about the dark power of Birdnado. I totally forgot about the whole 10 birds situation. Which I even said to myself while I was playing, as long as I'm in this space, I'm okay, because the most that there can ever be is 6. So, this token here that we flipped over, this is our revive, essentially. So this counts as one of your health tokens. If this is the last thing you have left, you do get an extra dice on any rolls you make while that's all you have for health. But if you get hit, you have to flip over the token, and if there are hearts on the back of the token, you come back to life and resume play. But you only get that once because it gets replaced with one of these tokens. Unfortunately, the one of 9 tokens I have drawn for today is a blank. I mean 9 tokens. I randomly selected from this batch, and the one I pick is a blank. However, if we're being honest with ourselves, the odds of drawing a blank over a one with a heart on it is pretty dang high. We started, what, like, at 8? I think this is the one time in our history of playing Final Girl where I'm not able to do another attempt in the amount of time we have left for stream. That sucks. Oh, that sucks so much. This is the first time ever since we've started playing Final Girl that I am going to lose a match and we're just gonna have to be like, well, that's it. Guess we'll try another time. It was fun. I always have fun with this game. But the whole like no second try is kind of a bummer. Maybe we'll do an attempt on Saturday. Tomorrow. We'll do that. We'll move this over to tomorrow. Yeah. Oh my word. This is gonna be a challenge and a half. And I think we were pretty close to losing anyways by other means. What is the fail condition? We might have lost like well before. 3 birds on every space of the board. So, we had how many spaces remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 spaces remaining to be filled. So even if we didn't fail from Burnado, we had very slim chance of completing our goal. I would have had to roll a sprint and pray that it was good, like it was a double success to get to this location to be safe. Yeah, I would have had to 1, 2, 3 get to here. It's the only way I would have been able to like be successful. And then I could have short rest. Heal whatever health I didn't heal back from the final token. That's rough. That is so rough. Well, putting things away. Who's up for a half-hour stream of putting stuff away? Oh man, insane. So, what can we do for tomorrow, then, with that being the case? Because I do still want to do painting. But, like, I know for a fact that the fact that I didn't beat this is going to drive me insane. I don't want to necessarily do like painting then this, but at the same time I want to kind of prioritize painting over playing. because the idea of the stream was going to be painting. Alright, let's do it this way, chat. Painting should be the focus? Okay. Yeah, because if we get practicing on painting, some of the first ones we can do are some of these birds. Because, ooh, they're such small minis that, like, they're mostly just gonna be painted, like, black. I'm probably just gonna do, like, crows, because that just feels like it fits the best. And, like, with the packaging, if I do, like, the red pillar base with black crows, it'll match the box a little better. And it ends up being like an inverted of the tokens, because the tokens are a black token with a red bird on it. So I'll get some of my minis out and prepped. Actually, there's some sitting right there. Hang on. Like, I'm thinking like ravens or crows sort of idea. Not so Riri music. I do have a bag of miniatures right here, actually. I do have like a whole like one of those like display cabinets of miniatures. I don't have a lot, but I have enough that warranted it. Here's one I painted. This one's with acrylic paints, which did a pretty good job at keeping the detail. I think I painted this one before I had my fancy light. Bye. Get him. Receive, my boy. Receive my painted man. Focus. Receive the bugbear. Receive. Oh gosh. He's not terribly painted. This lighting angle doesn't do him justice though. This is why I wanted the other camera setup. Ew. Like you can even see the, like this is supposed to be chainmail on him. You can still see like the chain print pattern of the miniature through it. So, like with even just acrylic paints, like the acrylics worked pretty well. And I didn't water them down or anything. I just used straight up acrylic paints. Just generic acrylic. Good old battle splatter. But I have a good bag of miniatures here that are all unpainted. Most of them are unpainted. I'm guessing I have this bag for the last time I played D&D. I usually just grab whatever miniatures I need, toss them in a plastic baggie, and go about. So I have a bunch here that we can practice on before we, you know, ruin our Final Girl minis. Nice lizard man. Tiefling in here. There's a, what's this, a bugbear wizard, I think? That's cool. That's pretty neat. There's a human wizard in here with lightning shooting out of his hands. A couple wizards in here. There's some more unpainted bugbears. There's some little decor pieces. I think the treasure chest I painted is in here. It might be in here. My first miniature I ever painted is in here. He looks awful, so I'm not going to show him to the camera. This is my second miniature ever painted. Or is this the first one? No, this is the first miniature I ever painted. You can tell because it doesn't have a gloss coat on it. This is the first mini I ever painted. And then this is the second mini I ever. It is my bard character, Elliot. He's a dashing man. Actually, this is pretty well painted. Wow, this is actually not that half bad. There's glue residue on the face, but like that mini's not half bad actually. Here it is. There's the treasure chest. I'm really proud of this treasure chest actually. Receive my treasure chest. Look at him. He's so tiny. Oh, too much light. Look at this. I am actually so proud of this thing. It looks... Of all the minis I've ever painted, this is the one that I'm like proud of. I used gold paint on the trimming and everything. Silver paint for all like the brass like the screws and everything. Oh baby. No, yeah, I'm still proud of this one. Looking it over, there's a scratch on this that the paint chipped off. I feel like the important thing to remember about painting minis is like catch your mistakes quickly so that you can like remove the paint as quickly as possible. There's a handful of these miniatures that kind of broke something. I was in the process of painting a bunch of goblin minis, but most of them just have like a black base coat and that's it. This is a painted goblin. He looks pretty good. He's a painted goblin. I know you can't see him, but he looks good. Trust me. Trust me, chat. Trust me. Yeah, I have all kinds of minis. Because there's this bag, and then I also have more in the trays as well. There's a horse. We can paint a horse. There's a horse. Chat, look at the horse. See it? Look at it. Look, wow. The horse. There was a carriage as well. There's two horses, and there's a carriage. But the carriage broke. I also have a dragon that I was in the process of painting. I don't know where he is. Just kidding. I see him right now. It is I think a young green dragon, specifically. Certified odd critters. I dropped a mini. I think it was the treasure chest, too. I got him. Okay. Okay. It's okay. We're okay. You're okay. And I'm debating on painting the horror tracker. I'm not sure if I want to or yet. Want to or not yet. Mutalith Vortex Beast. I'll look that up right now. Where's my phone? Where's my dang phone? Sitting on it. Oh no, the stream did drop at some point because there's 2 go live notifications. What's he doing? Alice. XP. Yo! Yo, that's sick! I like how I searched it up and it immediately gives me miniatures. Oh, that looks so cool. You have the one with like the great ginormous like vortex sitting on its back. One. You have this one. Is it this guy? Is that the guy? Let me turn airplane mode on before I get a notification. It doesn't kill the fact that I have. Hold up. This guy? Is it this guy? He looks cool. That's him. That's so cool. That's such a cool mini. Alright, I need to actually put things away. I talked myself out of the bad mood. We can now put things away. I really, really didn't want to end stream on like a super bad mood. Because work was gross today. So I wanted to like nullify, like just get rid of that bad mood. Which winning a Final Girl game was gonna do it, but we didn't win a Final Girl game, so all the time in the world to complete this game. People do lots of things about what's on back, wizards and altars and stuff. Yeah, I was seeing that. That's why I was questioning on like what it looked like, if it had like the big vortex on or not. Because I saw pictures of it with the vortex on the back. I saw it without the vortex on the back. I saw it with like, I think it was an altar on the back. There's some variety. But I'm debating on painting this horror tracker. If I do, I'll probably paint the base red and then probably give like the blade a silver color, because it's just a machete within like adjacent with the miniature. I'm not fixing focus. I'm not fixing light. The light being here is not actually that great. Lo and behold, the light position is not the greatest spot. I'll put it back where it was before for tomorrow. That seemed to have been a pretty decent location for a light. But yeah, so instead of using like this, the base game just gives you another one of these. I have two of these meeples. One of them is supposed to be your tracker here, and then the other one is supposed to be your killer on the board. And then the box of props is what gave us this horror tracker, which I've been using since I got the box of props. Box of props is just a bunch of upgrades. Like instead of this time token, we get, which is what I've been using for most of my games. And for Bloodlust, instead of for the Bloodlust token, instead of this guy, we have this guy. Cool. Yeah, I'll probably paint the horror tracker mini, at least have the base red. Well, we can make this look cool. It's a big enough, like the details on it are big enough that I could pretty easily get all the details nicely. I can make it look like a really grimy looking Jason mask. Alright. Here's the painful part. We need to collect every single little birdie. We have to pick up every single bird token. Lily, please. Lily, please don't. Don't, please. Just wait. I'm gonna clean up the core box, actually. I think that'll be the easier way of doing this. Health trackers. The microphone is way too close to my face right now. Excuse me, sir. Could you back up? Events cards need to come out of the deck. Guys. Be free. You're my child. What time is it? Maybe if we have time still, we can look at a different board game. We won't play it, but we can look at it. Because I have some board games that I haven't actually like opened yet. And I want to look at my board game. I can show you the new Tamas we got too. One of them I'm definitely going to start using as soon as like the Gen 1s end up growing up to be adults. Once the Generation 1s hit adult, I'm going to like swap out some Tamas. I'll share what they evolved into, but yeah. I'm not gonna do like so many Tamagotchis at the same time again. That was a mistake. Oh wait, there's a bunch of event cards. That. Perfect. Item. Fence. Alright, fixed. Finale. And Dark Power. So I'll shuffle those next time we play this. That way we don't... it's too many. If I was doing literally anything other than what I'm doing for work, it wouldn't be a problem. But because of what I do for work, it's just not possible. I can guarantee you that the Generation 2 is going to become the exact same thing it has been. Every single time. The little squid guy. And I'm gonna guess Generation 1s are both gonna become that. I'm worried that my Connection Tama is gonna be the same adult that it also was last time. Which, don't care for that adult. Personally. But yeah, I'm just worried about it being the exact same as what it was before, with no change. Alright. This is the interesting part. put this away first. Yes. Tokens there. Terror cards. Finale and Dark Power cards. Bloodlust and Spawn cards. Rules cards. They're all going to go in the box. Should be fine. Alright. It has a lot of loose space. I'm not missing any, am I? I don't think so. I think it's just more loose space in there than I thought there was. Alright. Burbs. In. Oh, that was almost perfect. Yeah. Burbs. That's where they go, by the way. And Melanie goes between Sheila and Nancy after Nancy. Which, if we do mini paintings before we do this again, Melanie has her own miniature as well. So I'll paint all the final girls. I'm going to paint the bases purple. Since we'll have this top-down cam, it'll make it easier when we're looking at top-down cam. They'll see with purple the final girl and the red for the killer. Don't worry, chat. I thought about this. I'm big brain. Alright, so this is, whoops, this is done. A big brain. And I use it sometimes. Not all the time. If I use it all the times, then people will start getting suspicious. Alright? Yeah. If I use my big brain all the time, people get suspicious. Suspicious? Yeah, that sounds right. Alright. All of the core box stuff is put away. So I will do this. Exactly. Everyone's talking about sharing the one brain cell, but little did they know, chat. Super secret weapon. There's a second brain cell. Did you know that there's more than one brain cell? Crazy, I know. Maybelline. Right. Shoot. Love that. Bonus features for the feature film rulebook. Go away. And box of props for the die. Desperation. So, for today's stream, this is how many boxes we used. Our box count for today. So this was for our final girl and the vignette. This was our core box for all of the core things we need. This is our location. This is the rules book we were reading out of, and then this is just for the Diet Desperate. But 5 boxes nonetheless. Less. Nonetheless. 5 boxes. No particular. Okay. And we still have a bit of time, so I am going to grab a thing for us to open. Uper, I will let you decide. Disney or Star Wars? Those are your choices. Disney or Star Wars? Star Wars. Alright, I gotta move things around then. My favorite multiplayer board game. Villainous. I have received like 3 new expansions, and I haven't opened them, so I want to look at them. We'll do this one first. No, the ads are coming. Chat, look out. Chat, look out! The ads are coming. This game is so... Ugh. Uper, I'm telling you right now, if you're able to find this, ads. If you're able to find this on Tabletop Sim, I will 100% play it with you. No second. Perfect. X. Good. To do the painful stickers. This sticker for on camera. Perfect. Satisfying sticker peels. It's already 10 o'clock. So we'll just look at this one and then we'll end stream. One of my favorite things about opening new board games is getting to peel the stickers off. Ow. I don't like when they jam underneath your fingernail. Gosh. There's actually some of the ones that I've already opened and played that I still need to do this with. I don't know why I haven't. Some that have, like, unfortunate, like, retail stickers that made a mess on the box. This camera makes my more prominent than in real life. Final goes good. We unfortunately lost. So we're just opening a villainous box that I haven't gotten to open yet. But it's really fun. I enjoy it. I recommend it to anyone who is a fan of board games and horror films. Or if you're just looking for a really fun single-player game to play. It is an absolute blast. Alright, that's the last sticker. Last sticker. Change the title to not be Final Girl related now that we're not playing Final Girl, huh? So that people don't come in like, you're not playing Final Girl. This isn't Final Girl. What is this game? Oh, new board game smell. Yeah, one of the main draws from the fact that, like, I always want to play board games, but I never have, like, friends available. So this was, like, right up my alley. This is the best game. This is the best game. That's my favorite game. This is, like, my... I don't want to say that Villainous is my second favorite game, because when it comes to playing board games with people, this is 100% my favorite game to go with. Oh, this box is so pretty. New manual. But yeah, Final Girl is an absolute blast. Just make sure you get a core box and one of the feature films. So I'll do like a quick brief explanation on, oh gosh, this box is so clean looking. Oh my, look at this box. Ravensburger, you outdid yourself with this box. Good grief. So with this game, there's a quote unquote base version of the game. Oh, hang on. Out Ravensburger, you kind of messed up on this box a little bit, actually. That's gonna bug me. Anyways, there's a base game, quote unquote base game, and then there's expansions. So every expansion has 1 to 3 characters that it adds, but every single expansion can be played separately. So with this box, it adds 2 new villains to the Star Wars Villainous selection. So if you and one other person are just hanging out, and you're like, hey, let's play some Villainous, you can just break out this box and just play. You don't have to have any of the other stuff. I'm not going to open up cards. I like it. That's the... I will show you what I meant by Villainous messed up with this box in a second. So the point of this game, each person is playing a villain. Specifically this version, you're playing as a villain from the Star Wars universe. You are given a specific task that you alone have to accomplish. And you have to prevent your opponent from accomplishing their own task. So this particular expansion has Darth Maul and Captain Phasma. Okay. So every box, like every character has their own board. They have their own miniature figure of sorts. And they have their own deck of cards. And there is a small guidebook for every one as well. There's also a small card that tells you what the objectives of that killer is, and it also gives you a cheat reference of what all the icons on the board are. There's the reference the objective of each of the killers, or killers, the villains included in this box. I'm in Final Girl brain still. And then, yeah, the villain guide is literally just a little booklet to let you know how your cards work, what your objective is, kind of explain everything. The box also contains all the tokens you'll need to play the game, which is super handy. One thing I don't like about this box is, so we have two villains, right? So we have two separate decks, which you can tell because each deck has colors, like their own designs. But there's no divider. Like, they'll just kind of sit. If I were to grab I didn't think I opened this one yet, but apparently I did. This is actually a perfect example, because this one also has two villains. So this is Disney Villainous. So it started as Disney, and then they made a Star Wars version, and they made a Marvel version. So this is Disney. This is the most recent expansion, Sugar and Spite. It comes with King Candy and Shere Khan. So pretty similar. Instruction booklet. Okay, I haven't individually opened things. Oh, this one follows that too. Ew. Why? Alright, let me get a box with 3 characters, I guess. I guess, because apparently these boxes defy the rules of being cool. Alright. Despicable Plots. This one comes with 3 villains. You have Lady Tremaine from Cinderella, Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, and then the Horned King from The Black Cauldron. Which I have made it a goal to make sure I've watched every single movie that the villainous characters are from, which I think I've done already. So, instruction booklet on top. You have your 3 character tokens along the side here. The board's on top. And then each 3 card packs. Oh, what happened there? There we go. The 3 card packs all have their own little divisions. And then the bag of tokens that you need is in the bottom. So you have your character's token, their card, character token, card, character token, cards. Recently moved to a new place, ordered board game table. Ooh, nice! That's super cool. I know, the 3 villains insert is so much nicer. I'm kind of upset about this. This bugs me. I feel like this could have been better. This looks really clean. Like, I like the design pattern that they put on this, but this is so much more organized. But yeah, you can tell I haven't played Horned King or Lady Tremaine yet. But I have had someone play Gaston with my set. So since this is opened, there's 2 decks. There's your regular deck and your Fate deck. So the way that people mess with you and try and stop your actions, they land on tiles known as Fate tiles, which is noted by lightning bolt. It's like a cloud with a lightning bolt coming from it, which allows you to draw Fate on someone. So what they would do is they would take the top 2 cards from your Fate deck, flip them over, and then they would pick one to use. But of course, if you draw 2 cards and they can't be used for whatever reason, it just completely nulls the entire action. So it's kind of a bit of a fate thing, or a chance thing, sorry. Yeah, I really like these because you get like a quote from that villain, and then your objective is here. So Gaston's quote is, "And don't I deserve the best?" Darn right. No one says no to Gaston. And I actually really love Beauty and the Beast. But anyways, we're looking at this one. So, the Darth Maul one, from what I looked at for the back of the box, is so Darth Maul's character is more based off of Star Wars Rebels than it is off of the original Star Wars films. And then Captain Phasma is Captain Phasma. It's obviously the sequels. So, Darth Maul's objective. We open his board. Darth Maul's objective is to defeat a hero with another hero. Okay. So, a little different, actually. So, the locations are very much more in tune with his appearance in the Clone Wars animated series and Rebels. Because we have the Night Sisters Temple, we have the Throne Room of Mandalore, we have the Sith Temple of Malachor, and the Dune Sea of Tatooine. So they used a lot of, like for this front art and everything, and the box art is a lot more Star Wars Episode 1 themed, but the art on all of his cards is based on Rebels. Which I'm going to guess Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of them. Which is right here. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Which that's the art from Rebels. We'll open up Darth Maul's cards. I'll keep Phasma's cards wrapped until I get a way to divide them. I love opening new. What's fun? Gum. Savage Opress. From the Clone Wars series. Cool. Mandalorians. Tour guide droids. Sith Holocron. Vision of Maul. So yeah, this is all art from Rebels and Clone Wars. Ooh, that's a reference. Ooh, that was a good scene. Oh, that was such a good scene. I think this is all mostly just screenshot pulls. That's original art. That might be original art. That's a screenshot pull. I think it was painted over at least. I think any of the ones that are like screenshot pulls are just painted over. From Star Wars. Savage Place. I actually made like a Star Wars character, like an original character for Star Wars. Because I was actually, this is all really pretty art. This one, the Star Wars one has a gimmick of spaceships as well. I'm not sure how it works. I haven't played the Star Wars one yet, but it has spaceships. How that works, I don't know. But a spaceship. The Marvel one also introduces using the Infinity Stones and everything, which is really interesting. But I made there was in the pandemic days of TikTok, Yoka, Ezra Bridger, In. I've been lost. Ooh, 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 baby, ooh, I am nowhere near the camera. I am sorry. During the pandemic days of TikTok, they're really gorgeous. There was a lot of like make your own character, like role play ish kind of like friends going on at the time. If that's how that's gonna be, I'm gonna swap these. We're gonna OCD this a little bit. But yeah, there was like a trend of like doing that. There was one for Hogwarts. There was, and Hogwarts and Star Wars were the only ones I was aware of because they were kind of things I was interested in at the time. But I made a character for the Star Wars one, and I did do a few TikToks. I think some of them actually went out. They don't exist anymore. But his name was Tris Tarden. He actually had quite the extensive backstory that I was like slowly going to like reveal over time. He was born and raised to the First Order. Was it First Order? Yeah, First Order was his canon timeline because I felt the First Order had a lot more wiggle room for like what you can do with it. I don't remember. But he was originally like born and raised within the First Order. I'll say First Order for now. The Empire. He was we back. We back. We back. We back. We back. Yeah, we're back. All right. Star Wars. I know we're like already past stream end time, but I wanted to finish the story. I made a character named Tris Tarden. His backstory was he was born and raised in the Empire. And on birth, like by birth, he was already recognized to have extraordinary force capabilities. But the Sith at the time wanted to kind of keep that under wraps as much as possible. So they trained him to be a trooper, but they didn't assign him as a stormtrooper originally. They had assigned him as sort of a special operative member who was tasked to accompany the apprentice of the Sith Lord at the time. Who the Sith Lord was at the time, I didn't decide that yet. But he was to accompany one of the Sith apprentices on missions. He wasn't required to wear the stormtrooper garb. He was pretty much just dressed in like a pretty like standard like Empire dark clothing sort of look. But was tasked to wield a blaster. So upon being assigned with this apprentice, they grew together. They grew a bond together, and they grew a bond. I'm trying to remember things. They grew a bond together, and as they were you know, going through and the apprentice was becoming more powerful, the apprentice realized the force potential in Triss and began discussing possibilities of training him in the ways of the force and eventually overthrowing the current emperor at the time. Who the current emperor was, who knows? I don't know. It's a made up Star Wars world. The laws of the movies and whatnot do not apply here. It's in another galaxy far, far away. You thought it was the galaxy far, far away that the movies talked about? No, no, this is a different galaxy far, far away. But they were this apprentice that they were growing a bond with. Legally distinct galaxy next door, exactly. Codename Galaxy Next Door. But yeah, this apprentice was discussing training Triss, and the two of them would overthrow the current emperor in power, or the Sith Lord in power. Eventually, word got out. The Sith Lord found out and hired a squad to take out both Triss and this apprentice. In the midst of the combat, the apprentice told Triss to run, and Triss began doing so, running for their lives. The apprentice stayed back to defend. Triss had a moment of like, wait, I can't leave my best friend behind. Turns around and watches as another Sith takes out his best friend right in front of him. Triss, with his learned force abilities, grabs his best friend's lightsaber. I think it was specifically a dual-ended lightsaber. Grabs their lightsaber and hightails it out and manages to get away. Fast forward, like, I think a year is what I was originally planning. Triss is a lonely scavenger, going from planet to planet, just scouring what remains of old temples and whatnot, searching for old broken lightsabers that he could take and mend and put back together, ultimately with the idea of training himself and equipping himself to get revenge for his friend. So he eventually goes on to find parts for lightsaber, running into all sorts of classic Star Wars mischief along the way. Building 2 lightsabers, taking the crystals from the broken sabers of his friend, and purifying them to become white saber crystals. And the rest is history. The rest is just kind of like, I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go. Because that was the way that TikTok role playing worked, is you kind of just build off of each other. But that was the lore behind him. That's what I was gonna go with. Oh, there was a generic D&D roleplay situation as well. It was very much all like the people who are like super big into LARP and such doing it. But yeah, that was the general like story just of Triss. I still really like his character, and if I ever get the opportunity to like use him again, I'm 100% going to. Self-trained gray Jedi. Gray Jedis were kind of hip and cool at the time. Which I feel like if I were to be in the Star Wars universe with force sensitivity, I would actually be a gray Jedi, because like the way of the Sith is not it. Like it's revenge, anger, betrayal. Like the Sith have a weird way about it. I get how some people can kind of like it's similar with like the Empire situation, because growing up I was always like, who would believe the Empire? Like they're the bad guys, obviously, but with later media that have come out, they kind of give a light of like what the Empire is putting out to people and like what they're saying they're going to do, what their goal is. And it's like, you know what? The more you kind of listen to like some of the things the Empire says, it makes sense why some people would still kind of rally behind the Empire. Which Star Wars has kind of been my gateway into like how politics functions, weirdly enough. Like I legitimately had like no knowledge of how politics, like what politics is or anything, until Star Wars. Like the Clone Wars, every single time I talk about Clone Wars, I refer to it as space politics, because that's what's happening 90% of the time. Yeah. But yeah, the way of the Sith is just not for me, and with the way of the Jedi, there's so many like key things that they're just like, oh, just put it aside, pretend it doesn't exist, like push your feelings aside, like don't form meaningful bonds is one of the things that the Jedi believe in. Like you're not supposed to like have a relationship, because the emotional connection can be a gateway to the dark side. Something like that. Like the passion that you find from like having a like romantic relationship can lead to bad things. Yeah, I know, right? Like you can do the do, but like you're not allowed to have an emotional connection about it. Because like we still need to make like more Jedi somehow. Just like don't be like, yes, we are doing this for the Republic. Let us go. I don't agree with that. Like once like one side is like giving into your feelings too much, and the other side is completely ignoring your feelings. Which the Jedi side kind of feels like they don't want people to like be able to like understand the true potential of this power in a sense. Like it feels too constrictive. If you get my meaning. Like we'll train you on this whole like force thing and like how to use it, but like we're going to very specifically like have a very specific way that we're going to train you about this, because if you even veer off a little bit from the path that we want to train you on, that's no good. Don't ask us why that's not good. It's just not good. But then there's the dark side, which is like, yes, just full emotion, nothing else. Anger, get him. If you're mad at a guy, it's just challenge him to a one-on-one combat. Like, no, like there's still room for like diplomacy. You can still talk things out. Yeah, the Jedi are the nothing of emotions. They're like the 0%, and then the Sith are like 100%. You need to be in the middle. Gray Jedi. Alright, I guess Gray Sith would technically be a thing as well. Because Jedi and Sith kind of imply what side you're fighting for as well. Which is interesting, because, like, you have Jedi and Sith, but then Empire and Republic are a separate thing. So, like, could you have... I guess you could technically have a Sith fighting for the Republic. And it's just, like, super chill. And you could have a Jedi fighting for the Empire. Which I know Sith fighting for the Republic isn't an unheard of thing. But, like... yeah, the Star Wars lore is messy. I'd be one of those people who's like, thanks, Disney. But, like, Disney's been doing the best they can to, like, help kind of fix that. They made a mess with the sequel movies, but they're like, listen. We messed up with these movies. Here's Dave Filoni. Hey, it's Dave Filoni. He knows Star Wars. He's make sure that we're on the straight and narrow about the lore. Forget the J.J. Abrams Star Wars movies, J.J. Abrams slash other directors. Pay no attention to those three movies. Dave Filoni, hey, he exists. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it was messy before Disney. That's why I can't be like, thanks, Disney, because it was messy even before then. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like, hey, you got this movie. Now you gotta go watch this TV show. Oh, now you gotta watch this Disney Plus series. Now you gotta watch this. Now you gotta watch that. Because, like, I was one person, like, the second anything Star Wars gets announced, I was stoked about it. But, like, now we have so many things coming out, like, I'm just like, I'll watch it when I can. It's no longer like this. I need to watch this thing immediately. This needs to be like shot into my eyeballs, like effective immediately. And it's like, oh, there's another Star Wars thing. I guess I'll watch it eventually because I still haven't completed Rebels. I still haven't finished. I think the third season of Mandalorian I haven't watched yet, and then I haven't seen uh the Squadron for the Clone Troopers, the Clone Squad one. I haven't seen Skeleton Crew. There's a handful of things I haven't seen for Star Wars. We're gonna get hit with an ad break in 20 seconds, but I'm going to be ending stream. So if you're gonna get hit with ads, feel free to go. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I'm gonna do my typical ramble for end stream during the ad break. Thank you for joining. But anyways, with that being said, I am going to end here. We're already like a good half hour to 40 minutes over usual time. But hey, I started late. So I don't listen. It's my stream. It's my sleep I'm messing up. Loot Twinket. What an amazing username. Loot Twinket, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You probably can't hear this because of the ads, but thank you very much. That is an amazing username. Oh my word. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining. I hope you all had a great time. Tomorrow we will do. Sorry, I caught rain in the microphone. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a painting stream. Tomorrow we'll be doing miniature paintings. It's going to be a bit messy. I haven't done mini paints in a while, and this is going to be my first time using actual miniature paints. So it's gonna be a little weird. I'm just be painting random minis, so it's nothing fancy. Hopefully we'll have the new camera by then. I hope. It'd be cool. I don't think it will be here by then, but it will be cool if it is. But yeah. We'll be doing mini paints, and then depending on how things go, we will do another attempt at the Terror from Above vignette. Hopefully. We'll see. If we don't do it tomorrow, we'll do an extra stream Sunday, maybe. Or we'll do it on Tuesday. One of the two. I kind of like the idea of doing an extra stream Sunday. I kind of want to do more streams. I'm not gonna lie. I'm addicted to streaming. It's a problem. And I still need to do I still want to do an evening stream, where we do a bunch of Final Girl playthroughs and open a bunch of envelopes. So we might do that tomorrow evening if I get up at a decent time. Maybe sometime this weekend. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. I just really want to do an evening stream because I feel bad for old evening viewers who don't get to see this stuff as much anymore. But that being said, I'm gonna go. And thank you all very, very much for joining. I hope you all have a fantastic, amazing, wonderful remainder of your nights or days or whatever time zones you may be in. And I hope to see you all pretty darn soon. Hey. Alrighty. Talk to you all later. Bye.